Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. There, I finally did a different greeting than I always do. Like, hey. What's up, my friends? What the heck is up? Okay. Now then. It's time for an impromptu, hey Kelly girl, it's an impromptu live stream this morning. What's going on? I feel like I'm in a shadow, like I'm like all like dark circles under my shadow in this area. Usually it's very light and bright over here. Hi Ann, good morning. Hold on one second, I'm putting some stuff in the comments that I do, you know, my little details, and then I'm gonna put, then I'm gonna share this out to my biz page. Thanks for sharing, Kelly, you're awesome. Pardon my disappearance for a second. I'm gonna do kind of a polarizing live stream today. This is a little polarizing. It does look dark over here this morning. I don't know why, it's so weird. This is meant to be polarizing, so just so you know. But I'm not gonna do a polarizing post that's like me being mean. It's just literally to say something that I feel like is really true and something that I see a ton of people focusing on, especially, you know, the empaths and intuitives. I see, and it's funny, I'm in a lot of different groups. I'm in like psychic intuitive groups, empath groups, light worker groups. I'm in, you know, business groups, and I see sometimes the same questions come up a lot. And I see a lot of people jumping into different programs with the same kind of themes. And it's okay, like, I'm not criticizing any, like, this is not like disclaimer. I am not like criticizing any coach, any light worker, or anyone who chooses to join with someone to do something. Like, I would rather see people learning and growing and doing things and taking action than doing nothing, right? Especially if you want to have your epic, most fulfilling life, right? Because usually if we're joining a course or a program or signing up with a one-on-one coach, we are either feeling like something is missing in our lives, or we're trying to learn more to bring and manifest something into our lives, right? So awesome to do that, like rock on to do that. I mean, without coaching and without mentoring and without courses and things, I would be so further back in my own development. So wherever you're at right now is perfect. You're supposed to be where you are. But I'm digressing. And I say this because, and I get questions like this too from people that I speak with, that there's this searching and searching and searching for how to make money, how to manifest money, and how to build a business. A lot of that. And I say this as a light working intuitive coach who helps people with just that sometimes. I help people with a lot of different things, but yes, I do help people to launch their business, their light worker business, and I do help people to manifest or to clear their money blocks to bring more abundance. But here's the thing, here's what I don't do, and here's what I want people to be really aware of, is sometimes we get we give money, especially money. And this whole thing is inspired by a couple of things I saw this morning, because I want to give credit where credit is due. I saw a post on Instagram, or a video from Gary Vaynerchuk, or call him Gary V, talking about happiness and money. And that's why I posted this morning, happiness is greater than money. I am not here to say that money is bad in any way. I am not anti-money. I don't think money is the root of all evil. I think that's a ridiculous limiting statement. Money is a neutral resource. It's not animated, it's not alive, it has no personality, it can't do anything to you. It is a neutral resource. So it's up to the individual who has it in their possession what they make it, what energy they give to it. So there are people who are, but the question for me is, and this is what I work on with my clients, is, are you happy and fulfilled, right? I think we give sometimes way too much power to money to determine whether or not we're happy. We look to money to see, and this is why some people get super focused on, like, super crazed about building a business. I need to learn more about building a business. I don't have the right strategy, or if I knew this, or if I follow that person, or if that, going through all, like, jump from business to business to try to make money. Because seeing money as bigger than them, seeing money as something that is out there, that is this thing that holds so much power that it can determine whether or not your life is good or it sucks. Now, that being said, we do live in a society, in a culture, that you need money to survive. You're probably not going to survive very long, or life is going to really, really, really be difficult if you don't have money. That's just the way it is. Whether people think it's the right thing or not, that's the reality. So the truth is, if you are a kind-hearted person and you have money in your hands, the chances are it's going to make you more of that. Usually money just enhances who the person already is. If you have a good-hearted person with money, most likely you could do amazing fucking things with it. You could do amazing things with money. Money can change a lot in the world, let's face it, right? And it can give you freedom and choice. So that makes life a lot less stressful, right? If you don't have it, life can be hard and stressful, especially if you have a place where you're living a little bit beyond your means, right? And in our culture, there are a lot of influences that are out there to kind of push you to live beyond your means. So you depend on buying more things or getting more credit or going into this hamster wheel, and it does make it look like money is this big thing that you need it to survive, and it can determine your happiness or not, right? And so, but the truth is, again, and if you're someone who doesn't have the best intentions in your heart, you might use money to do things that aren't so great, right? That's just what it is. It's not the money. The money is not the problem. So it's just there. It is a neutral resource it has its own energy, but it's not good or bad. So, it's really what attachment you put on it, what emotional attachment you put on it. So, but that's a whole other video about money mindset. But what I am trying to say today is that, and Gary Vaynerchuk had said, back to Gary V, he had said how happiness trumps money. Like, he doesn't do his videos to try to tell you to hustle, and do what he's doing because to make more money. He truly loves what he does. He's not telling people to copy him. He's telling you that he is truly in love with what he's doing and his lifestyle. He happens to make a lot of money at it, but that's not really why he does it. That's not why he hustles so hard to make more money. He said he was just as happy back in his 20s when he was making $57,000 a year working at his dad's wine shop or liquor shop. He was just in love with what he was doing, and the money that was just a byproduct, but he didn't have, he was smart with it, and he didn't live beyond his means, and he made it so that he was still free. If you're happy, you're winning, you're free. Okay? If you're happy, you're winning, and you're free. And so rather than searching of different ways, like how to manifest money, how do I manifest money, how do I manifest money, or doing endless business courses, how do I build a business, how do I build a business, is this the right strategy, is that the right strategy, and a lot of FOMO around what do I have to learn, like looking for that magic bullet, looking for that magic formula on how to get more money and build a business that's going to get you more money. I will all day long push happiness and fulfillment to my clients, my VIP groups, my programs, and my one-on-one clients. My one-on-one clients know this. I will push you towards happiness and fulfillment over building a business or learning how to manifest money all day long. Why? Because if you're chasing something, okay, the energy of chasing is in the law of the universe, the law of reaping and sowing, and the law of attraction, okay, it's going to repel and push what you want further away, first of all. Second of all, it's no mistake if you're finding yourself having difficulty building a business or manifesting money, there's a reason for that. And it's not always, there are many programs that kind of want to make you feel like it's your fault, like it's your shitty mindset or it's your shitty mentality. And sometimes, yes, that has a lot to do with it. Or you just aren't building the right strategy. You have to get this course or that course or do this. And it's just not true. If you're stuck, especially empaths and intuitives, you especially will get this because you are already so wide open and you're so receptive. If you're having difficulty, it's telling you, your senses, your extrasensory perceptions are telling you that something's out of alignment. Something is out of alignment. So and that can mean that you're not in alignment truly with what you're doing. You're not passionate enough about what you're doing. You're not, how do I want to say this? You're not totally connected to your truest desires. So what you're going after isn't exactly in alignment with your authentic self, and the universe is kind of bumping you, or you find yourself procrastinating, or you find yourself just losing motivation after a little while, or you find yourself getting into roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Can there be some issues of self-worth and worthiness? Can there be money mindset issues? Can there be old stories that are holding you back? Totally, absolutely, there can be. There can be old stories that do that. But you know what? When you're completely in alignment with your truest, highest calling and desires, and you're going towards total fulfillment, not perfection, total fulfillment, I tell you what, the old stories do not get in the way as much anymore. The old stories aren't as loud, people's opinions aren't as loud, and your money mindset blocks don't even matter anymore because you're going for the happiness. Money is a byproduct of that fulfillment. Building a successful business is a product of that fulfillment and being in alignment with what you're truly here to do. Knowing your highest calling, knowing what your gifts are and how to use your truest gifts. Be the you. One of my mentors will say the youiest you. Like if you're like, I'm being the Jenniest Jen. When I'm doing that, you get into this flow state that is like no other. And yeah, you still might have moments of, oh shit, you might have moments of self-doubt, you might have moments of going back to the old story for a second, or you might have just roadblocks that get in the way. The universe might throw you a little test or two. How bad do you want this? But ultimately, that underlying feeling of being in alignment and knowing who the fuck you are and what you want overrides all of that. Even if you have a shit ton of self-worth issues, there's something about locking into that passion purpose that totally just melts that stuff away for the most part, right? We can't ever get rid of it totally. Our ego is with us for a reason, okay? And again, I always say, it's another live stream within itself, and it is. But if you hook into that, if you learn to dive deeper and know yourself and allow yourself to go there and know what it is you truly want and how you want to feel, it's amazing how these other little things just happen to work themselves out. Or if you take a business course or a money course, you're way more receptive and ready to learn at your higher level, at a much more clear, aligned level than if you're learning from a lower vibration. Because if you're in that space of out of alignment, you're going to start, and I just did this with a client the other day. She wanted to go ahead and start building her business right away. She was looking at other people on Facebook, online, and talking to other people and feeling a little FOMO, like, oh, well, they're doing this, so I need to get on it. Like, I feel like I'm, my kids are back in school and I haven't done this for a while and I got to get back on the saddle. And I told her to just kind of take a step back for a minute. Is this truly before we dive deep and do branding and craft your message and do all the strategizing, are you in alignment with that? There's a reason why you haven't been working on this. And I want to explore what that is first before we go and just do all this effort into making you this big brand, because you can go and you can follow strategies and make a ton of money or make as much money as you want. But if you're not in alignment, eventually you're going to get sick because your body knows inside this isn't the right thing, or you're going to build a business that isn't fulfilling to you in the end. You're not going to love the way you made money. That's why you see people who are millionaires, billionaires, and they're still not happy, or actors and actresses, they're still not happy. There's something out of alignment. and they end up sick or addicted to drugs and alcohol, or they're looking for another way, they were not totally in alignment with their truest selves and looking for that total fulfillment. And so after a while, it catches up with you. So I want to make sure that my clients are in complete alignment. This isn't about procrastinating. This isn't about not knowing your worth. This isn't about just, getting ready to get ready and trying to be in like a learning mode and not action mode. Eventually, you got to take action to get what you want, right? For sure. But I want you to take aligned action. There's a big ass difference. And it feels so, you'll feel it. It feels better. I was like this for years. I've been online doing things. Some people think I just appeared and this overnight thing happened and I just kind of appeared on the scene here on Facebook. I've been around these parts for about 6 years. And in the beginning, I kind of I was bouncing from thing to thing. I wasn't very clear on what I was doing, and I was inconsistent in what I did. And at first, I subscribed to the mindset that, it's, no doubt there's always inner work to do when you're hesitating or when you're not, taking the action, or there's something like you're not feeling it. And I had to do that inner work, the self-worthiness, and do a lot of the shadow work and that. And that work's never done, by the way, just so you know. But also I came to realize that I just didn't know myself well enough. I got so disconnected from my intuition and my higher self that I was jumping into businesses and doing these things and taking these classes and following these influencers that I thought was what I was supposed to do, or I had my own FOMO, because there's some marketing out there that will market straight to your fears, which I don't like at all, and make you feel like if you don't take this course, you're going to be lost or left out, or, you're going to be behind, or it's this secret strategy, that ninja strategy, and you feel like you got to do this, or you see other people succeeding in it, and you're like, well, if they can't, I want to do that. And it wasn't so much, and I wasn't totally believing what I was doing. So I found myself getting demotivated after a while, like having some success, because strategy and work gets you success, gets you results. But if you don't love it and you're not aligned with it, I was just not it took me a while to figure this out. And I would just beat myself up over it and say, what's my problem? I'm just, blah, blah, blah. All right. So, and I'm not having any of that with my clients. I just say we're going to go back to you. Go back to you. It's okay. You're okay. This means that something's trying to come out of you. Something's trying to emerge. When you're procrastinating, when you're feeling like shit, when you're having a dark night of the soul, when you're screaming and crying, when you reacted the way you didn't want to react, when you're you're really feeling that tension that you want more, but you don't know what the fuck it is. Whatever that is, it's something trying to leave you, old stories and old ways of being trying to leave, and it's painful on the way out, and it's making space for what needs to come in. So but you don't always need another class in the strategy. You don't need the strategy right now. You need the inner work. You need to dive in deeper and know who you really are and what your truest desires are, and be willing and open to saying it, declaring it, and just open to considering it. Maybe you haven't even thought about what you really wanted for a long time, or you pushed it down because either you felt silly about it, or you felt like there's no way you could do it, or it's too late, or you're a mom now so you can't do it anymore. Whatever it is, you kind of denied it, and so you just lost touch. Or maybe you have society influences or parent influences or friends or church or all these other influences that are telling you what you should be doing. But you're not doing it because it's not right. Or you find yourself cranky and unfulfilled because it's not right for you. It's not in alignment with you. So know that that's a good, and taking all these other strategy courses isn't going to help you. The strategy only works the best, because some people will say, well, why does that strategy work awesome for her or for him and they're crushing it, but I'm not? Because it's not in alignment with you. You're not tuned in to what your highest calling is right now. So that strategy won't work for you. Your audience will pick up on your inauthenticity, and they will also pick up on your inner angst. They'll also you're not going to want to build it because you're not connected to it. And when you are, sure, that strategy may work great for you. Come back to it. Or, if you're not manifesting money, be willing to do the inner work first and consider that maybe it's not the money that you have to focus on. Maybe it's just you and being quiet and being with yourself and really letting the inspiration come to you. And once you lock into what you really want, the money just comes. It just manifests as a byproduct of that. And you're like, shit, right? If you're trying to manifest money in a way that's not in alignment with you, not going to happen. Not going to happen. So I have to thank Gary Vee for that inspo today. And just know that happiness is greater than money or business, always. Always. And I'll say, I like the word fulfillment better than happiness. I think sometimes the happiness is overused. And what I mean in fulfillment, I mean you feel amazing in every part of your life. And it all feels right. It feels like everything is just moving the way it should. And you feel like you are being yourself. It just, you know what I'm saying, right? You know when you know. You'll know when you feel it. Having that fulfillment is greater than that. Money doesn't have that kind of power over you. You're the one that creates that fulfillment and happiness. Money is only generated and business is only successful and generated when you have the hair on fire, when you are in alignment, when your message is authentic to you, when you're doing something that you absolutely fucking love. Because you're going to spend a lot of time building your business. You're going to spend a lot of time dealing with money. You may as well love it. You may as well love it. So the way to love it is to know who you really are and what you really want. And sometimes that's not easy to uncover. So that's all I had to say to you guys today. And before I go into the comments. If you want to find me outside of this video, I am starting my VIP group, And She Rises, next week. Our theme for September is letting go of the past. And it's this amazing group of beautiful goddesses that want to learn more about themselves and about how to create what they want. It's only $22.22 a month. And I did that on purpose because I think everyone deserves coaching in some way, shape, or form. So this is for, you, if you want to have group coaching once a week live and a lesson of the month and other things that go along with it, like worksheets, guided meditations, journal prompts. So that's my VIP group, $22.22 a month. Yeah. And then there's my free group, The Awakened Empath, where right now we're doing a dive deeper into being an empath. We're doing the Empath Evolution Experience for 5 days. We've done 2 already. The replays are there. Come and join us. It's a super fun group. We don't take ourselves too seriously, but we do take our lives and our spirituality and our intuitive gifts very seriously. So we're there to learn and grow and have some fun at the same time. Then there is my program coming up September 9th, which is The Awakened Empath, which is 8 weeks into diving into who you are as an empath, because there are all different kinds. Did you know this? This is a lot of people don't know. So what are your gifts as an empath? How do you use them to create the life that you want? How do you know what you want? How do you heal from toxic relationships? How do you attract really nurturing relationships? How do you center and ground yourself and protect so your energy is managed, protected, and you know how to really feel better and not absorb all the energy of everybody else and everything else. It's an 8-week intensive, okay? And I'm doing a 48-hour flash sale on this. This price is crazy. It's really crazy of me to do this for real. And if you want to know what it is, you have to be part of my Awakened Empath group in the Facebook group, the free group, or part of my email list, which is jenrupinian.com. You can go there and subscribe. I'm going to send an email out very soon. We're offering this super crazy ass low price. And it's just gonna be for the next 48 hours. So it's gonna be awesome. And if you wanna dive deeper into being a psychic medium, a card reader, maybe reading pendulums, or just connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with the angels, knowing how to do rituals for really connecting with the other side, connecting with your spirit, and connecting with your intuition, learning how to know which is your intuition and which is not. That's going to be my program, Lightworker Rising, coming in November. And if you want to learn more about that and get a special deal on that, I'm going to put a link to it in this in this in the comments, and you can check that out, or message me if you want to know anything about these programs. Message me. There's something for everybody. There's something for everybody at every level of their development, for every level where you are financially, and just whatever you want to do. And there's one-on-one coaching, that too. So you can talk to me if you're sick of being sick and tired, or you just want to know more about what your special gifts are and how the hell to use them to just create this most fulfilling epic life that I'm talking about. Then just reach out, and I'm here for you, and we can see if I have something that fits you. If not, I can point you in the direction of so many other amazing light workers and coaches, because they're out there. There's someone that's aligned with you, and it's best to not do this journey alone. You can if you want. I tried for a long time and I made some progress, but eventually I realized I didn't have to, I was making it so much harder than it was. And if I just invested in myself, that I could shorten my learning curve. And it was so good to learn from someone who has been there, done that, who could hear me and see me and validate me and know me for who I was, So all that. So I love you guys so much, and thank you for listening. You guys are awesome, and I will see you on the next live stream. Have a good Friday, and any questions, message me or comment below, and I'm happy to get back to you on that. And I will see you on the next one. Bye guys, love you.